Alright, in today's video I'm going to talk about WordPress and how to create a blog post. There's two ways to do it. When you're at the back end of your site, your dashboard of your site, this is what it looks like typically. Could look a little different than mine depending on, of course, what plugins you have installed. But there's two ways to start a new blog post. What you need to do is put your cursor over New and then go to Post. Or you can go to Posts, Add New. And I'm just going to go over here to one I already have set up. And as you could see here, everything is broken into blocks. This is actually a brand new editor that WordPress just released. It's called Gutneberg. It's block based, which you'll see everything is done with blocks. That's what it's called, or what it's done with. In order to add your title will be in this block here. So I'm putting in my title here. I'm not actually going to write an article on the best laptops of 2018. This is obviously just for demo purposes. So that's your title. Now your text, say you want to write a paragraph, you would click down here. This is a whole nother block now. And then you would just put your text in. I'm going to use this fake text here. It's pretty much placeholder text because I'm not going to sit here all day and write an article for another 20 minutes or 30 minutes and do that. So now we have text, we have an article. Pretend that this makes sense. I know it doesn't. Just pretend for me, just so I can show you this. So this is the article. As you can see here, each different paragraph has its own block, and there's many different options you have. You could change your font size. You could do a drop cap, which honestly I had no idea that's what this is called. There's your drop cap. It makes the first letter of your paragraph big, which is a cool look. You could do that. Obviously, use that style wherever you want. You could change the font size. If you want to be more specific, you could type in a number, 60 or whatever you want. You could change color settings, the background color, text color, which I don't remember these options ever being there before. So these are cool new options that the new editor, it looks like, has released. Say you want to add a photo. Click here to click plus. It's going to be this is a little thing where you can add a block. And we're gonna, you can add an image block. You can add something from. You can actually add a Twitter block, which I'll show you in a minute. There's a heading, gallery. There's all kinds of different blocks. I encourage you, when you get into your editor, just play around. You're not gonna do anything wrong. Just play around. As long as you don't hit publish up here and publish the article, you're fine. So just play around. But there's all kinds of different blocks. I'm gonna add an image one, and you can upload one from your computer. I'm just gonna go quickly to my library that I already have uploaded. Select this computer. Just select. Now, of course, you may want to keep it big and in the center like this, or you can shrink it. And in order to shrink it, you click and drag this dot or this one down here. They both do the same thing, and it's going to make it smaller. Now, that doesn't look right, so what you can do is you can put it on the right align. You can align it right, you can align it left, whatever you want. We'll leave it like that for now. And that's that. You can add a caption to your photo if you want. And so the next thing is I want to show you is how to add a tweet. We're going to do ad block. Now there's actually two ways to do it. I'll show you the first way. You hit Twitter here, and then now I just selected a Google tweet, just for demonstration purposes. Copy the URL, paste it in here, click embed, and voila, your tweet is going to be embedded. So there it is. And there's also another way. You can also embed Facebook posts, Instagram posts. It's very easy. I'm going to delete this. Actually, I'll go here. You can remove block.
It takes a few seconds. I'll switch.
That was just the video from that Google thing. Okay, say there's another way to do it. You could just hit, say I'm on the last, or right after this period, hit return. It also creates a new block. When it comes to that tweet, you could just copy and paste the link right there, and it's also going to show up. So you don't, it's kind of one less step. You don't have to select Twitter and add a link in. You just paste in the link right into the block, and it will show up as well, which is really nice. You can also add a block up here. I believe it's just going to add, let's see, if I go down here and I do add block, do a paragraph. Yep, it's just going to add it right below. So that's kind of another way. Or again, you could just hit return and it's going to add another block. If you want to move a block, say this tweet. Oops, it's going to start the video. Pause. All right. So say you want to, actually, let's do it like this. Say you want to move this one. You just select the block by clicking inside of it. See these arrows? They want this paragraph to go above the tweet. Click there's move up, then of course move down. You can actually also click and hold the 6 dots here. A little hand comes up, and you can move it that way too, or you just move it up once. We'll move it up. So that went up above the tweet now. I also have these empty blocks, which I can easily remove. Um, just hit delete, or delete, and I'll remove them. So that's a quick way to move your paragraphs or blocks up and down, is either by clicking and dragging or going up or down. Each block will have its own settings over here. So we go under block. The paragraph one has these text, color like I just showed you, color settings. So that is pretty much it. If you want to check your word count, which is very important, which I'm going to go over in an SEO video, but content structure tells you have 403 words here, 3 paragraphs, 5 blocks, no headings. A heading would be something, let's see, I'm going to add another block. We'll add a heading. A heading would be this. Actually, IBM is no longer around when it comes to computers. I didn't mean to write that. Lenovo. IBM sold their computer, I guess, division to Lenovo. So that's why I put Lenovo leads the way. It'd be a subheading to this article. Honestly, I have no idea what the best laptop is in 2018, but I'm just making stuff up here. So anyway, that's a heading. So you can add a heading. You can do different headings there. And that is pretty much it. Of course, this is your undo button, redo button, block navigation. So when you're done, what you do is, well, let me show you this too. Click here. This gives you some options. You can put it in spotlight mode. There's all kinds of stuff. Full screen mode. All kinds of stuff that you can do. And I encourage you to play around with it. But anyway, looking at document here. Under document visibility, you can make your post public, private, password protected. You can publish it now or later. Of course, this is the date that I'm doing this on. And if you select the time, say I want to publish this later on today at 12 or a little after noon, you'd select, of course, to put your time in, put PM, and then you'd click. Actually, it'd have to be later because it actually is later than that. Do it 2:44. Yeah, that's good. Click there. Hold on, I'm going to select a different day. 21. There we go. Now it says schedule. So you would schedule it, and when you hit schedule, of course, it will then post your article on that day and time. If you want this article to stick on, typically when you post an article, your newest one is going to be at the top of your front page, and then every other article will be underneath. So it'll be either a heading, just a heading, or a heading and a little excerpt from the article, or a photo with the heading and excerpt, depending on how, of course, you set up your site. But say you want this article to stay on top for the next week or two. It's a feature article, whatever. So you click stick to the top of the front of the page, or stick to the front of the page, and it'll be at the top. So that if you write articles after this one, no matter what, this one will be on top. And you can do that. You can have 5 or 6 at the top if you want. Everything else underneath, of course, you have that flexibility to do that. And then, of course, when you want it to not stick on the top, you have to go into here and then unclick this. So select your category, of course. You could even add a new category. Tags, in this case, would be laptop computers. And this helps people, your visitors that visit your website, to find your articles. Say they click in a search box and they're searching laptops or computers. It will actually help them find this article. Feature image. If you want an image to be shown on the front page, say you're listing all your articles and you want an image with the heading, or not the heading, the title, you need to put a feature image on there. Or this image will not show up on the front page. This one you put in here. You need to do a feature image. You can disallow comments. In order to do that, you would unclick that. That would allow people not to comment. Allow pingbacks and trackbacks. That has to do with other websites linking to you. You should keep that the way it is. Then, of course, if people are signed in to WordPress.com, they can like your articles, which is cool. So you'll keep that like that. And that is it. And then once you're done, you click, in this case, well, let's see here, I'll go back. Say you want to go out today, you click publish. And what's really cool, what I like about this new editor is it has this kind of like a checklist before you officially publish it. So right now it's set to go to Facebook and Twitter. I have it, if I don't want it to, I could just unclick that, and I can change the title that's going to those social media outlets. You could even add hashtags, which I would do if I was you. Of course, social media, um, like that, and then that will show up with the link, of course, to the article. And then once you're done, you click publish. I'm not going to publish this because obviously it's a fake article. And then say you don't want the pre-published checks, you can just undo this so they never come back. I'm sure you could go into settings, don't re-enable that. But I think it's great, and I'm leaving that on for myself. That's my personal preference. But anyway, when you're done, you click publish, and your article is online, and people can view it. So that is it. If you have any questions, comment below. Let me know, and I'll definitely be sure to answer them. Thanks for watching.